Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Rob Zombie's 31. Now, I had the chance to watch Rob Zombie's 31 just the other night on a whim, and honestly, I wasn't going to talk about the movie at all. I had no intention of doing a review of Rob Zombie's Halloween because
Bruh.
it's like your mama always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. But I had a couple of people ask for my thoughts on the movie. They requested that I talk about Rob Zombie's 31. So here I am talking about Rob Zombie's 31. I jumped out of the shower, decided I was going to dry off, get in front of the webcam, not even set up back there in front of the collection as I normally do for a review, and just talk about the movie. So needless to say, my experience with Rob Zombie's 31 was not a positive one. It was not a positive one. And before you Rob Zombie fanboys out there start crying that I just don't like Rob Zombie, or I've just not gotten over Rob Zombie's Halloween. Well, the fact of the matter is, no, I've not gotten over Rob Zombie's Halloween, nor will I ever get over Rob Zombie's Halloween. That movie was, is, and most likely always will be the most depressing movie-going experience of my life. But at least with Rob Zombie's Halloween, there was some effort put into that movie. There was effort put into making that movie so depressing. With 31, there's seemingly no effort at all put into this movie. Now, the one thing that I've always held Rob Zombie to task, even on the movies that I like from Rob Zombie, and there's some Rob Zombie movies that I like. I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. I really liked The Devil's Rejects. Heck, I even liked Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. But the thing I've always held him to task on isn't his directing or his directing style. Rob Zombie has a unique visual style, and that comes through in 31. Although 31 looks like pretty much every horror movie since the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. It's got that murky, dingy, dirty, just nasty look to it. I'm not sure what that filter is. It should be called toilet water, but it looks awful. But Zombie has his own unique visual style, and that comes through in 31, and that's all good. But the thing that I've always held him to task on is the writing. Now, 31, it takes place on October 31st, 1970 something. You have this busload of circus con artists basically driving across the desert. They get kidnapped, thrown into this underground place where they are stalked and murdered by wave after wave of clowns. That's pretty much it. That's the story, and I think that's pretty much all Rob Zombie had written down before he said, let's go shoot this thing. Because the movie is completely plotless. There's absolutely no narrative structure whatsoever. Very little dialogue. What little dialogue we have is, of course, the typical Rob Zombie, every other word is the F word. And you have characters that are completely and utterly paper thin and totally just interchangeable. Even the gory, bloody, oh, that's so brutal carnage moments in the movie are really kind of boring because they're not really that good either. And they're happening to characters that you really could care less about, by characters that you could care even less about, because you have 70s white trash despicable people being killed by 70s white trash even more despicable people. So nobody in the movie you care about, nobody in the movie you're rooting for, they're all essentially the exact same character. And even the murderous, bloodthirsty clowns themselves, they're not threatening at all, because the first couple of waves of them are killed so quickly and so easily that they're not even really that much of a threat. So you just have people running around in this underground looking cellar basement kind of place, boiler roomish, industrial, I don't know, being chased by killer clowns. That I guess maybe even if you had that clown phobia, I don't even think they would be that scary to you anyway. So the movie really is just about 90 minutes of not a whole lot going on, and then it just kind of ends, and it just ends. It's as if, they hit that 90-minute mark and they're like, let's go home. You can hardly call this thing a movie. And I firmly believe that if this wasn't a Rob Zombie movie, it wouldn't exist. Not even a sci-fi original movie, not even the Asylum people would look at this and go, there's just not enough substance here. So yeah, even, the Lords of Salem at least looked really good. And there was kind of an interesting story thrown in there. The execution was just way, way off. So Rob Zombie has tried in his other films. This 31 just doesn't even feel like he's trying anymore. It's kind of, and I've heard some people say, well, it's back to basics Rob Zombie. It's very basic. It's certainly very basic. I'd love to see the screenplay, because I'm sure it's about 4 pages. There's just nothing here. There's no substance whatsoever in this film. And, yeah. So those are my thoughts on Rob Zombie's 31. If you've seen the film, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments section below. If you liked the video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here somewhere. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.
Oh, good for you!
Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.